Welcome back to Maximum Play, where I play everything I can. Oh yeah! Hear my annoying rants on bullshit that no one cares about. Man, we're all pessimistic now. What's this shit? It's like, the country is terrible. It's gonna be the worst thing ever. Didn't we say that about every other president that was elected? I mean, get real, guys. But he seriously meant that. So did everyone else. But guess what? If that were the case, we would live in a dictatorship. Just saying. Get over it. It's easy for me to say, but I feel sorry for everyone else. But I'm not getting into that because I'm not opening a can of worms. Where this show is supposed to be about lightheartedness and talking shit about people. So let's talk shit about people, shall we? While we play this fucking ridiculous game that the controls are spot on for. But anyway, I was mentioning before about this guy. I mentioned in one of my playthroughs about Mr. Medicare, and I just found this out. Before he was like he was Gym81 Jim, and he talked about this, like I just saw this video on my recommended page, because YouTube likes to recommend me shit I don't like. But this one was an exception in particular. He was talking about this guy named Spax. And he showed his page and shit. It looks, oh my god, like what the fuck is this level? It looks like something made in 2008, or like when people were like, flash animations about video game characters using sprites are still the cool thing to make, man. Like, remember that era in Newgrounds, or wherever you went for that kind of content, and it was like so many flash like animations that are sprites and shit. But there was a lot of that. I used to watch a lot of them. I think the first one I ever seen was like a System of a Down song with Zelda. That was a pretty popular one, but I like that one a lot. Then there was that one, I remember playing this stupid ass Flash game where it was what was my mission? Dune Bud Sands. That's the secret. Oh, okay. It was it was based on a CIA a CSI episode where Justin Bieber gets gunned down. And I played it. I'm like, oh. And then it showed the clip from the episode. I'm like, yep, that's it. Which I found to be funny. Look at this fucking guy. Get the fuck out of here. This kills him though. Really? What the fuck? He just sprung me off in a cutscene. That's hilarious. Oh boy, another one of these levels. I'm so thrilled. But anyway, this Spax guy, he looks like a fucking thing. It's like when people love the Angry Video Game Nerd back in like 2006 and 7. He was like the main thing for games and shit. And then everyone decided to copy him. This kind of guy reminds me of that sort of mentality where they saw something popular and they wanted to copy it. I mean, there's a lot of that still happening because everyone wants to copy what's successful and try it their own way. And essentially that's what a lot of people did. And same thing with me. But still, I like to put my own spin in things. Well, beside that point, this guy, he like looked at his fucking website. It was so bad. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I found it on Wayback Machine and decided to look at it, and it's like game reviews, and they're all Sonic games, so what do you expect? It was so fucking funny though. Like the way he looked at the site. He made a lot of videos on that kid though. He made one on one of his game reviews on Sonic 06. That was funny. But it's like, I can't believe this guy made that shit. But then again, this was like back in the videos, they're not even of his own gameplay. They're like taken off fucking IGN or GameSpot. Remember when everyone went to IGN? And that was the shit to go to? And GameStop? And I was wondering if GameStop or GameSpot, I mix those up all the time. I keep wondering if GameStop is like, still exists. And apparently it does. I remember that shit so far back in the day. I remember game trailers too. I used to go on game trailers all the time. Almost every day. That was such a cool site because unlike all the other like sites I went on that had HD content, not like jagged 480 by 2, like all this other shit that was terrible. And in order to view it on IGN's website, you needed to buy a membership. And I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. So I usually went on that site. I never went on to GameSpot or IGN. IGN for the stories maybe, but it was like, wait, this is like 2006 or 7. This is like how far it was back then, like 10 years ago. It's back when a lot of good animators were on there, and now they're flinging shit ponies. But this kid looks like a fucking byproduct of an era gone by. I remember there was like a whole bunch of like other people who are like mimicking a lot of success that other people did. Like, of course, when the Angry Video Game Nerd came out, there had to be people who were following his example. And I'm like, I don't see that as a problem. Maybe they can bring their own taste to it. There was one lady I remember. She's not on YouTube anymore because she has a kid, and that's understandable. But she used to make review shows all the time. I forgot her name, but she wasn't sweary or anything like that. She wasn't vulgar. She legit like looked like someone with passion. She quit it after giving birth to a child, and she wanted to focus on being a parent. I wonder how fucking James Rolfe's kid is gonna turn out after he finds out that his dad was a fucking was a crazy internet guy. I wonder I wonder what will happen to their kids. I wonder if it's like in the same light as celebrity kids. Like fucking Will Smith's kid, he's a fucking nut right now. I'm sorry, but he's a nutcase. Come on. They're hilarious. Not a nutcase, but he's very like, I don't know if he's mentally challenged or something. I have no idea. But that's the power of stardom now. You gotta make your kids famous because you're famous. Ben Affleck's brother is not like that. He's just a chill dude living in, wherever, I forgot where he lives. I think it was Ben Affleck. I'm not sure what actor, but like a lot of their brothers and sisters don't give a shit. It's like, cool, you're sweet. Let me live my own life. Like if I was a brother to a famous actor. I'd be like, that's cool, dude. I mean, I would like to see where you worked all the time and meet some people, but you do your own thing, I do mine, you know? But that's besides the point. Next time a Maximum Play, more sunshine! Goodness. Bye.